Both teams getting their final warm-ups in as we welcome you back to the MLB pregame show. First pitch of Game 2 in our series is right around the corner. But before we turn that corner, here is our Topps player spotlight. Jordan Knodler is in that spotlight. And he really had it all working in his last start, collecting the complete game shutout for his efforts.
Well, it was just one of those dominant performances where he single-handedly won the game for his team. I mean, sure, his team got him at least one run, but the way he was throwing, it looked like he could have kept going all day. That's a game he'll remember for a long time, and I'm sure his teammates would be plenty happy if he can put out an effort similar to that in this one.
All right, lineups and first pitch are coming up next. Stay tuned for that right here on the show. First opened for business in 1994. There's a look at Progressive Field here in Cleveland. Today, it's the second of this three-game series between the Seattle Mariners and the Cleveland Indians. Should see some great battles out of these two next on the show. A moment now to give you a look at the Mariners starting lineup. Who stands out to you, EK?
Well, I think the focus has to be on the man hitting third. He hit 9 home runs last month alone. Better look out in that bleacher section if he gets one in his wheelhouse. He's got the power to go deep against any pitcher in any count.
And getting his final warm-up tosses in, the starter who they'll be up against, as you see his totals there on the right side of your screen. Ketel Marte makes his way to the plate, and we are ready for some daytime baseball.
Afternoon for Seattle. Shortstop, number 4.
Hey, we got no outs.
Chop foul right at home plate at strike one.
First pitch, 105.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. A ball and a strike to our leadoff man here this afternoon. Eric, this Indians ball club, as they begin play here this afternoon, they come in riding a 5-game winning streak, and they've really got things clicking.
And they've got themselves a pretty good-sized lead in the division coming into play. Certainly not out of reach yet, but they've got to be pretty comfortable with where they're sitting at this point in the year.
A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Fought off at the plate, and we'll do it again. Ready to deliver the 1-2. Fastball, strike 3 called, and he's caught looking to begin the afternoon. And here's a look at the starting lineup for the visiting Seattle Mariners. EK, any thoughts?
Well, I love what Kyle Seager brings to the table for this team. Right now, he's among the AL leaders in homers, so he's had the power stroke working all year. He'll definitely be a guy that the opposition will need to be careful with.
Leonis Martin will stand in now, and as you take a look at the splits, his numbers compare unfavorably once he leaves the comforts of home. Swing and a miss at a first pitch changeup, 0-1. So let's take a peek at the umpiring crew in this one. Behind the plate is Matthew Ross.
Well, Matt, with Ross behind the plate, hitters know they need to expand the strike zone a little bit. He likes to ring it up when it's on the black, or even a little off of it.
That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2. Do you even bother with anything else here?
No, I sure wouldn't. As a hitter, you're thinking, look for fastball, adjust for an off-speed pitch. And so far in this at-bat, he hasn't made any adjustments.
Swing and a little tapper. In time to first, and there are 2 away. And with that, let's give you a look at how the Tribe stacks up defensively. It's brought to us by Majestic. Any thoughts, Eric?
One of the fastest guys on the field is Delino DeShields. Now, I played with his old man back in L.A. He's a terror on the base paths, and that speed translates well on defense. Originally, he was drafted as a second baseman, but he's shown that he can virtually play any position on the field.
2 down now. Plays it first here.
That's a
The
ball.
fastball here as he'll take a look at ball
Ball one,
one,
no strike.
1-0. And there you see the home run leaders we touched on a moment ago. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
And you go back to the call on that very first pitch, how important that was. Now instead of a 1-1 count, you're at 2-0 with a really dangerous hitter up there.
Two and one after the foul ball there. Hitters count now. Here's the 2-1. To 2-2 now. One of the things that makes him so tough to hit, the ability to put his pitches right on the black.
Yeah, I mean, you watch the catcher's glove on some of these, and it literally does not move. That's how good his stuff is.
And he's getting his money's worth up there now. It's full 3-2.
Yeah, after that last swing, I would have thought they'd go right back in, but that's actually not a bad location because I doubt he was looking for something out there.
On the ground and right at the shifted infielders. Rivera is up with it, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. 1, 2, 3 go the Mariners. And now the Indians will see what their bats can do in a scoreless ball game. Nelson Cruz will get his first shot at it here, and he's got to be hoping to turn things around because you see the numbers over the last 5 games. Not much going on there at all. Into the windup and the pitch. And here's a called strike to the 36-year-old veteran. It's 0-1.
He's probably not going to throw too many first pitch changeups. That's a pretty darn good call.
Come on, guys.
And he falls behind 0-2.
Hey, we got nobody, no one down here.
The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Hit on the ground down the first baseline. And he'll take this to the bag himself, and the leadoff man set down to start the second.
Designated hitter, Adam Lind.
Adam Lind will stand in, and as you can see the numbers away from home, he's been much better once he gets out on the road. Out in front of it, strike one. Oh and 1, here it comes.
No,
That's over,
down.
Here we
but
go,
low.
guys.
It's a
Let's
ball
do
and
it.
a strike. I'll straighten him up there on that fastball. It's 1-2 now.
Yeah, sometimes you give a power hitter like this a fastball at eye level, and he just can't help himself.
Now a swing and a miss. He struck him out, and it's 2 up, 2 down to start the second.
Well, the strikeouts sure come in bunches for this guy. Remember, he had 10 of them in his last start, and he's well on his way to maybe even matching that number in this game.
Hey, here we go.
Standing in now, number 11. As he'll take a look at a high strike that time, it's 0-1. 281 the average entering play. 3 homers and a dozen RBIs.
2 down here.
The windup and the 0-1. That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
And you kind of get the sense that he's not really messing around out there too much. There hasn't been a whole lot of setting guys up here in this inning. He's just trying to get himself back into that dugout as fast as he can.
Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. Mariners are down in order. They're still down. It's 2-0. Andy Garlobo leads it off here. Bottom third of the order set to go here in the third.
Well, he's faced the minimum so far, and obviously it's still early, but they need to get something going because you can't let this guy settle in out there.
That's yanked into the stands. Strike one.
Come on, guys.
Here's the 0-1. Pulled toward right center field. Under it is the center fielder.
Ball, I got it.
Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone. Well, it's still early, but it's also worth noting that he'd be in line for the win if this keeps up as we take a look at the league leaders in games won this season. And as you see there, that number has him tied for second in the AL in that category. Stepping in, Chris Iannetta. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Here comes the first pitch. In there at the knees, strike one. Bases are empty, one man out.
Here we go now. Let's go.
Hit hard back up the middle. And that is through into center field for a one-out single.
Cut. Hold it.
As we look at that again, you know, this is not a bad pitch by any stretch. If he throws this pitch 10 times, I bet he gets him out 9 of them. But here you just have to tip your cap to the guy at the plate.
Into the box now, number 6, as he will take strike one on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. Still plenty to be desired in terms of batting average, down in the 180s entering play. 1 home run and 6 RBIs.
Hey, roll it up. Plays it 2. One down.
Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
Now, he's probably lucky he didn't make contact on that one.
Oh, and this is swung on and missed. 4 strikeouts already, and that's out number 2.
Boy, he just dominated that at-bat right there. You want to see a power pitcher go right through a guy? This is a 3-pitch see you later right here. Have a seat.
Hey, get ahead. Stay ahead right now.
Stepping in now, Ketel Marte, as he'll chase one up around the letters here for strike 1.
And we've seen guys swing at that 4-seam riding fastball up in the zone. But you're never going to get on top of that thing when it's up that high.
Hit high and deep out there to left center field. Back goes to Shields. Still going back. Oh, and this kicks right off of him. And this hops over the wall out there for a ground rule double. And maybe a tough break, as that'll freeze the runner at third with 2 gone.
You know what, guys? I just don't think there's too many ballparks around where this could possibly happen. I've got to imagine that this ball either had some English on
we
it,
got 2.
or maybe it took a funny deflection, because this is going to hit the wall on the fly and then wind up over the wall. I don't think they'll even review this one. I think it's just going to be called a ground rule double.
Hey, come on, guys, let's go.
Pitch swung on and hit in the air.
Take it. I got it.
And the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. A golden opportunity to get on the board here goes for naught. More of the show, Saturday Baseball, after this. Kyle Seager is ready here as we begin the top of the 4th.
And in a pretty close game so far, they'd love to see this guy get on base so they can get a rally started to get back in this thing.
Watches a fastball right there for strike 1.
Plays it 1 now.
Hey, we got no out.
Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And this is going to wind up a foul ball.
Well, when you plug Kyle Seager into your lineup, you can pretty much pencil in 20 home runs plus and anywhere from 70 to 100 RBIs, and that's a very productive hitter. And here's that sequence once again right here on Showtrack. Now, normally this is a guy that you might want to nibble with, but he was all business here in this at-bat. Each one of these pitches finds the strike zone, and they're able to set him down quickly to lead off the inning.
Hey, 2 outs. Plays
Here's
at 1.
Nelson Cruz now.
Ball.
And he lays off there 1-0.
Counts 1-0.
Yeah, and coming right off of that strikeout, he's got to be thinking he should be ahead of this next guy. That's a tough
One
way
down
to
here,
fall
fellas.
behind.
This one's a strike. It's 1-1. Swing and a miss on
One
a
ball,
pitch
2 strikes,
outside.
down.
1-2 now.
And this has been a common problem for all of these guys. They just can't lay off that pitch down and away.
Chop foul at the plate. It'll remain 1-2. Hit hard on the ground to second. A diving try, but he can't haul it in. It's through for a base hit.
Number 26, the designated hitter, Adam.
Let's take a look at the sequence one more time. First pitch misses for a ball, then a strike there to make it 1-1. Then a swinging strike 2 puts him in the hole, bites off the 4th pitch foul. On the 5th pitch, bang, a solid single. That's a great at-bat right there.
Here's Adam Lind, as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce one foul for the first strike. The 0-1. A little bouncer. That's a foul ball.
That's out.
Inside, as that
2
perhaps
strikes.
will back him off a bit. 1-2. Still no fastballs in the at-bat. It's been all off speed.
That's definitely by design. He's such a good fastball
Hey,
hitter.
what away?
You don't want to give in to his strength.
Off-speed pitch, and there is strike 3 called. And boy, that zone just got a bit larger. 2 away.
You can bet he's muttering to himself heading back to the dugout. And he's not alone. These guys have just had a frustrating time of it from beginning to end.
Get ahead
thus
right
far.
now.
Into the box, number 11, as he takes a
Ball
fastball
inside.
off the plate for a ball. 1-0.
Hey, 2 outs here, 2 outs.
Here's a little chopper up the middle. Throw to first will
He's
get him
out.
easily, and the side is retired. 1 left for Seattle. They trail things here 2-0. Leading
get
off
ahead
the
right here.
inning, Andy Garlobo, as they'll look to get something going here and even this
Going out
game up.
now.
And right here is an important time for them to climb back into this one. They definitely want to even this one up sooner rather than later.
Drilled down the line. Oh, look at Valbuena. The throw.
He's out.
Got him.
Oh, what a play. Young man, welcome to the big leagues. He's thinking, that's a knock in AAA, and it probably is, but not up here. They can play some D up here. That's some big-time glove work to come up with this and make a strong throw to get him.
Come on, get ahead, let's go.
Here's the catcher now, Chris Iannetta. As he swings and hits this one fouled off to the right and out of play. And a sinker's in there for a
No
called
ball, 2
strike, and he
strikes.
forges ahead 0-2.
Well, you get the sense that what they need is one big hit
We got
from
one out
anybody
here.
in the lineup. If they could get one, it could get them right back in this game because right now they just seem out of it.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And this is swung on and missed, so it's 2 up, 2 down to start the 5th. So another exceptional effort for him on the mound. He's got the shutout working here, as we'll show you the league ERA leaders.
Yeah, Matt, more of the same for him as he's currently leading the American League in that category. He's really been a difference maker on the mound.
Plays it first.
He attacks the strike zone and is using all of his pitches very effectively. Just one of those guys that's really fun to watch doing his thing.
Yeah, we got 2 down.
Number 6 is next as he finds himself behind 0-1.
Well on his way to another good inning right here, and you see the pitch count. It's not even close to being a factor just yet.
Both clubs with 3 hits in the ballgame. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
Yeah, 1 pitch away now from getting through 5 shutout innings. And I'll tell you what, the way he's...
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. 1-2-3 go the Mariners. They trail it here 2-0. Ketel Marte will stand in to start things off, as this top of the batting order hasn't found a whole lot of success so far.
In fact, just 1 hit between the 1, 2, 3 hitters combined.
Hey,
so
nobody
apparently
away.
The table setters have not been getting their chores done.
And he gets ahead here with the fastball, strike 1.
This guy has been amazing. He's thrown a first pitch strike to around 80% of the batters he faced. And we're in the middle innings now, so you know he's doing well.
Just a bit late, and he's fallen behind 0-2. Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. Trying to strike him out for the second time. Now a swing, and the ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. 1 away. Leonis Martin will step in now. He's bounced out and flown out in his first 2 plate appearances.
Get ahead of him right here.
Took a little off, and it's in for a called strike 1. For that man right
one
there,
away,
you
one
need
away.
look back only to his last start to see a performance like the one he's shown here so far.
And well on his way to another great outing. And that's what you get when you mix your speeds and throw a lot of strikes.
Late square, and this is popped up.
And you know, when a guy's shutting you down, you got to look for ways to try and get on the board. So he sees an opportunity here, and he's going to wind up beating this one out.
One out.
Here's the third baseman now, Kyle Seager. He'll look at a fastball in there on the outer half. It's 0-1. No runs, 4 hits, and no errors in the game for the Mariners to this point.
Rack him up now.
He's set. Here's the 0-1. A little quick on that swing, and he finds himself behind 0-2. On its way, the 0-2 pitch. And he punches out another one, make it 9 for the ball game.
Not only has he rung up a lot of strikeouts, but he still hasn't walked a batter to this point. So his control has been really, really spot on so far.
Two down now.
Here's Nelson Cruz now, as he'll take a look at a strike right down the middle. It's 0-1.
And he's going to get a visit from his catcher here because even though he got away with that last pitch,
Here we go.
it
Pick
was
it up.
right
Let's go.
down the middle of the plate, nowhere near the target. And this is not the guy you want to start missing your location with.
A runner on first with 2 away. And this catches the zone as well. It's 0-2 now.
A strike away now from getting through 6 shutout innings here, and that's no small feat against this lineup.
Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Sent on the ground out to second. Kipnis has it. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. Mariners leave 1. They trail here 4-0.
Let's go, boys.
Adam
Let's go.
Lind is set to get us started for the late innings of this one.
And so far in this one, they're still getting shut out. So this leadoff at bat could be huge if he can just get on base, because they've been held in check all
outs.
game.
Sinker to open the AB in there for strike 1.
He's now thrown a first pitch strike to about 80% of the batters he's faced, and that is just pounding the strike zone. He's pitching so well, and this game's getting late.
And it's quickly 0-2. Very weakly on the ground, but it gets foul.
Foul ball.
Looking for his 10th strikeout. A little late on the fastball, but he's able to spoil that one off, and he'll get another chance. Lays off that time, and it's 1-2.
And this late into his afternoon of work, the longer this at bat goes, the better chance that he might slip up and leave one out over the middle of the plate.
Chop fouled over towards the coaching box. Just staying alive, putting together a really good at-bat here. Just hung in there on that one. Good swing on a tough pitch, and he'll stick around to see another one. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Still 1-2 as he fouls it away. And he is down on strikes again. So get your hats out. That's the 3rd strikeout of the game.
Well, the strikeout pitch has certainly been there for him all afternoon, and this, in fact, is the 3rd time he's victimized this guy.
A couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. Standing in now, number 11. Started
Here
to
we
go
go,
around,
guys.
but it's
Let's go.
ruled strike 1 anyway.
Yeah, he's definitely still bringing it. It's the 7th
One out
inning,
now.
and we're still hearing the catcher's mitt snapping all the way up here.
Right by him
0-2
here, and
the
he's
count.
set up for another strikeout here. The count to 0-2.
Boy, it's the 7th inning. It looks like he's just jumped into the ball game. A strikeout to start things, and now an 0-2 count.
No runs, 4 hits, and no errors in the game for the Mariners to this point. Can't quite get around in time to keep it fair, and it remains 0-2. Popped high in the air.
Straight up, straight up.
Balbuena is there for it.
Got it.
He's got it, and there are 2 down now.
Up next for Seattle.
And this is right where they wanted this thing. You see it on show track there? They wanted to take him up around the letters, hoping for the pop-up, and that's exactly what they got.
Hey, get ahead right here.
Into the box now, Andy Garlobo. As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1.
Two down now, 2 down.
Called strike 0-2.
He's closing in on putting up yet another 0.
Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. Mariners are down in order. They're down 4-0.
7th inning stretch.
Chris Iannetta will stand in to start out their half of the 8th with that starter still out there, and he's definitely been a tough nut to crack.
Hey, come on, get ahead, stay ahead.
He's been dominant all game long, and I think part of it is that he got himself a nice lead early on, and that's allowed him to not really worry about making a mistake. He's been free and easy the whole way through.
And he starts the number 8 hitter with a strike, 0-1. Well, that man right there is into his 8th inning of work now. Any concerns going forward?
Well, I think the only thing you have to worry about is that pitch count you see right there. Other than that, he's earned the right to stay out there. Usually the other team will tell you when you're starting to get tired.
And he's just rolling right now, and even dozen strikeouts for him in the ballgame.
And so far, this has been the theme all afternoon. Strike 1, strike 2, take a hike. I mean, there have been times where he's made it look incredibly effortless out there, and that was another one.
Some stirring now in the Cleveland bullpen. They'll get both a left-hander and a right-hander up and throwing. In now, number 6. As he'll pop this one fouled off to the left, and it's strike 1. 1 out, nobody on. Comes back with a good changeup there, and it's quickly 0-2.
And this is part of why he's had a lot of success so far. He's done a lot of work on the edges and stayed out of the middle of the strike zone.
Get him yourself right here. Let's go, baby.
Struck him out as his woes continue, as that's his 3rd strikeout of the game.
Boy. And in the first 2 games of this series, he's already struck out a total of 4 times now. You get to where you just hate taking that walk back to the dugout. I'll tell you, it's a very frustrating feeling.
Ketel Marte will stand in now with 2 away, needing to really get something started here.
And their chances of getting back into this ball game are growing dimmer by the batter.
A little tardy there. No balls and a strike.
Boy, he may strike
here we
out
go.
the side
Plays
on
at 1 now.
9 pitches. 7 down, 2 to go.
Squared that one up just a little late. The 0-2 home.
2 outs
Swung
here.
on and
2 outs.
missed, and that's the final out of the inning. So add 1 more name to the record book here as he strikes out the side on 9 pitches. More from the show. Saturday Baseball following this message and a word from our local stations. Leonis Martin will be tasked now with leading things off in their half of the 9th as they'll try to do something to prevent being shut out.
And whatever they've done for the first 8 innings hasn't yielded a whole lot so far. So, quite frankly, I'm not
Nobody
expecting
here.
too
Nobody.
much.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Ninth inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a called strike.
Corner paint right there, 97 miles an
Hey,
hour.
plays at
What are you
one
gonna do with
now.
that?
Off the plate and in. It's a ball and a strike. And he'll fall behind now to 1-2. Got him. And that's number 15 for the ball game.
And I'm not even sure quite who to hang this one on. I mean, he's pitched a whale of a game, no doubt about it, but these guys have put up very little fight out there. They came out flat, and it's carried over all game long.
Kyle Seager will stand in, needing to
one
do
away.
something here
One
to
away.
get on base as they're down to their final 2 outs.
Yeah, and you just can't worry about the score right here. You just got to be able to string together a couple of base runners and take it one pitch at a time.
Come on, get ahead, stay ahead.
And here's a fastball called for strike one.
You know, he's pitched a really nice ball game to this point, but this is a big moment for him. And getting through the heart of this order at this stage of his outing would be huge.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. Chased out of the zone there, and he's down 2 strikes.
And it looks like the scouting report says, work this guy away, and it's been paying off.
And whoever put together that scouting report did a real nice job, because this whole team hasn't done much offensively at all.
Swinging a soft liner, and he'll take this to the bag himself, and there are 2 away now.
Up next for Seattle, right fielder
Nelson Cruz will stand in now as their last shot
Hey,
here with 2
field,
away
plays at
in
one
the
here.
ninth.
Yeah, just one final hurdle here before he finishes off the shutout.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And he just keeps rolling along as he starts another batter out with strike one.
Hey, 2 away now.
And that's taken for strike 2 as now they're down to their final strike here this afternoon. Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. Looking for the complete game. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and that'll do it here as the ball game is over.
Well, we've talked about it all throughout this game. He was completely in charge, essentially, from pitch 1. And now he finishes off a masterful performance here, getting the complete game shutout.
Time for one final check of the line score as you see the key players there in this shutout victory.